Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Looking to pass. It's Culpepper. Pocket breaking down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Quick completion on the out route. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. All out of space. Touchdown, Arizona State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's a heat. He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like, give it up, get north south, throw the football away. You can't just turn, run out of bounds, and take that big loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The RPO is fired complete to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Coming out with it, it's Berry. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to... He's loose on the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Hurts. Plucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success like first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. He might want another play. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll pull it on the read. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Eagles. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there and got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They go to the draw.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Sun Devils want to crank the tempo.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you've got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Catch in the middle, it's Royer. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give out of the gun. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes the catch. It's Berry. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Eagles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Boston. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Tate. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That'll be enough to move the sticks and give Eastern Michigan a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Hurts. On target over the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll move the tight end. Defense playing a bail technique. Running to Green. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. He's got great speed. He's loose. Open field. Time has run out of the half, and he can sprint to the locker room where the orange slices will be a little bit sweeter. A punt return for a touchdown to end the half. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Hurts. Flips it out to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
defense doing everything right on this drive. They started off in really good field position. They created negative plays, and they're going to get off the field here very, very quickly. That was about as good as you can do without taking the ball away.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
They'll run the RPO and pull it right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. From the gun, the running back looking for room. There he goes. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Finds a man in the middle. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Dropping back, it's Hurts. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell out.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these third and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those third and longs.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? I understand the fourth down analytics and going for it all the time, but that deep in your own end, you're just gift wrapping an opportunity for the other guy. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Might be changing the route. To the air on second down. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get into the ground. That is a ball.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Going for 6. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The offense cashing it in on that drive. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better...
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they'll know.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Bringing the heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You suck, bitch.
Get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making
the same two fucking plays. Shut up.
That's winning.
You're in the same two plays, bitch.
They'll start to panic. They'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Niggas like you, bro.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone.
No, you don't play football in real life.
With a turnover. Bringing it back.
Video game.
What a play, not only to get the
Run two glitchy ass plays. Trash.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now.
Running free. He's at the 40. The 20.
Fuck you.
10.
Where's he going?
Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. You want something to be
able fun to playing like that?
Positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm
playing RPOs and blitzes.
Counts on my stat line.
You're
Keep
a bitch.
playing. Keep piling up
You're a
those
bitch.
stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no
I want to
chance
talk to that bitch either.
Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Looking for space, it's Berry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Hurts. On target to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They're going to run it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback will keep it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Got it, looking for a first. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Wide open downfield.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. The short pass will come up just a tad short of the goal line. Trying to bully their way in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Mm. No. Mm. Mhm. Muito fácil. I know what I need. Let's see. What's going on? What are you talking about? Yeah. You thought I was talking about? No, no. Everything. 7. 91, 5, 95, 93. Still watching or no? Why the fuck you don't even feel fast? You sell this one. Yeah, baby, I love you. Good night.